Warshall algorithm. So it is another type of algorithm where you are going to find the shortest path. It computes the shortest path in a graph. Computes the shortest distance between every pair of vertices in the input graph. That is the important thing you have to note down. Every pair. So it is nothing but also shortest path. This is the one algorithm we are studying. That also shortest path algorithm. Warshall-Floyd algorithm. Floyd is named Floyd. Okay, is used for solving the all pair shortest path algorithm. If a graph G is given as G comma G equal to B comma E, nothing but vertex comma number of edges. Okay, what we are going to do? We are going to find a matrix for based upon the number of vertices in the graph. For example, having n vertex in the graph, you will you will design n matrices to find the optimal solution. So here the optimal solution is that finding the shortest path. It uses adjacency matrix. So this algorithm uses adjacency matrix. In matrix A, the value infinity denotes a very large number and indicates that there is no path between the vertices. So whatever the considered previous algorithm, whatever it considered is that if there is infinity, it means that there is no possible way to reach the particular vertex. That is what the infinity meaning. Again, it is a dynamic programming approach. So example of a dynamic programming approach, you can say Warshall algorithm, Bellman-Ford algorithm. Okay, if there is n vertices in the given graph, then a total number of n matrix of order n cross n is used. N cross n matrix is used, excluding the initial distance matrix that I will tell. Okay, diagonal elements of each matrix will always be 0. Things to remember. So what you have to remember? Remove all the self loops and parallel edges. Okay, so when you are going to solve the solution, we have to first think that if there is any loop in the graph, loop in the sense self loop, it is pointing to the same vertex that we call as self loop that you know. So we have to remove those loops and make it as what? Make it as 0. Okay, and if there is any parallel edges also, if you consider that parallel edges are there, you have to take a minimum 1. That's what keeping the lowest weight edge from the graph. For example, you can take like this. I'll show diagrammatically. For example, there is a 0, 2 nodes are there. 1, 2. See, there is a path, 2 edges. There can be like this also. Some way it's going like this. It is 2 and this is 3. So which one I should choose for the matrix? So I will choose 2. These are the parallel edges. It is both are directed towards one direction only. There you have 2 paths to reach 2 from 1. In between also you don't have any vertex also, right? There is some other path also. So that weight is 3, this weight is 2. I will choose 2. I will choose this only as into my matrix. Okay, I am going to consider adjacency matrix for this. So the matrix will be n by n. If you are having 2 vertices in a graph, it will be 2 cross 2 matrix. Fine. So let us take this example. Fine. So this is the example given. It is a directed weighted graph. Okay, we are going to form a initial matrix for this, for the given matrix. So this is when you take when you say initial matrix, you have to mention it as 0. Okay, you can represent like this also. Whatever it can be subscript or superscript, D0 like this also you can represent. It's your wish. Okay, here we taken D0. So how we are representing? These are the nodes. These are nodes in the graph. Okay, so 1 to 1 what we told, it is there is no self loop also, it is 0. To reach node 1 from 1 it is 0. Okay, always we told that there is if there is no self loop, we can say that what that it will, all the diagonal elements will be in the matrix will be 0. That we have seen. The earlier classes we have seen the diagonal of matrix will be 0. Why? Because we don't have 2 cross. When you reach 2 from 2, it is 0 only. That is the meaning. Okay. I am taking 1 to 1, 1 to 2. 1 to 2, where it is 1 to 2. Okay. 1 to 2 is edge 8. Okay, I am taking. So 1 comma 2 is 8. Okay. When you take 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3, there is no direct path. There is some other path via some other node. There is a path via some other vertex is there, but I don't know how to go. Initially, I don't know how to go. But I consider that what I don't have to reach the node directly. If it is not directed, I can't reach directly. I will put as infinity. That's all simple. So 1 comma 3 is infinity. Okay. You take this one. This is 2 comma 3. That is this one. 2 comma 3 is 1. So we are putting the weight 2 comma 3, right? Okay, fine. What about we'll take this one infinity 4 comma 1. 4 comma 1 is what? 4 comma 1. This is what in degree of 1. There is a path from 1 to 4, but there is no path from 4 to 1. There may be path, but I don't know. Okay, that is what infinity. Got it? And you have 1 to 3 also is there. You can find this one. 1 to 3. Path from 1 to 3. Sorry. Okay. So there is a path from 1 to 3. It is 4. 1. 3 to 1. Sorry. 3 to 1. So 3 to 1. It is this one. 3 to 1 is 4. So this how you are forming the initial matrix. That's what this one initial distance matrix. Initial distance matrix. So how many vertex? Sorry, how many vertex in this graph? You have 4 vertex. So I have to make 4 matrices excluding the initial distance matrix. So I will ignore the D0. So that is initial distance matrix. After that I will make the processing. I will start processing the initial distance matrix. So if there is 10 vertex in a graph, you have to draw 10 adjacent matrices up to D10. Fine. Okay. How we are going to draw? The thing is that we are going to, what is the main task of this algorithm? We are going to reach all the vertex from all other vertices. There will be what? Each and every vertex, this algorithm will give to reach all other vertices from all the vertices. That is the algorithm. When I want to reach from 1 to 4, I can reach. What is the path? What is the shortest path from 1 to 3? Okay, what is the shortest path from 1 to 3? I can reach. What is the shortest path from 1 to 2? What is the shortest path from 1 to 4? What is the shortest path from 1 to 3? So like this, it gives all the combinations. It gives all the shortest path from all the vertices in the graph. That is the advantage of this Wasserl-Floyd algorithm. Okay, fine. So if I first what I will do, I will take the vertex 1 to reach other vertex. So what is the intermediate vertex for this? What is the, see, for example, I want to reach 1. For example, I have a graph like this. Okay, I want to reach 3. I want to reach 3 from node 1. So I'll go via 2. This is the intermediate vertex, right? So these are via this intermediate vertex. What are the possible ways to reach 3? Okay, what are the possible? There is only one path. Here also I can have 4 also like this. I can have like this. Not more. Okay. So I'm connecting like 2 is connected to 4 and 4 is connected to 3 like this. Let us consider this one. So what are the ways? 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 4, 3. These are the another possible way. So in this all possible ways, which is the shortest one? That is what we are going to find. Okay. So what is the intermediate vertex? Okay, through which intermediate vertex, if I choose, I can able to reach that node, all the nodes. Fine. Initially, so we'll consider each and every vertex as intermediate vertex. So for D1 represents nothing but we are choosing the first vertex as the intermediate vertex. So for the first intermediate, I will keep as it is the first column and the row. And when I'm choosing the first, D1, it means that I'm taking the intermediate vertex as the first vertex. So it means I will keep as it is. Okay, this will not be, this will be changed. Possible I can erase it and show you. Okay, I'll tell how this. So this will be empty. Okay, this will be 0 as it is. 0, 0, 0. This, there won't be change in this. There won't be change in it. Okay, this will be empty. Consider that there is nothing, it is null. Whatever I am doing cross here, consider that it is null. As of now, the D1 consists of the first row and the first column, as well as the diagonal elements. Why? Because it is 0 as it is. Okay, so these remaining cells are empty. I don't know the value. I have to fill it. What I have to do? So I am going to fill 2, 3. See, I will take this one. I am going to fill this one. Since the consider thing is there, it is 0. I am going to fill it as 1. How the 1 is coming? Okay, 2. I have to fill 2, 3. So how will I take D of 2, 3? One second. I'll draw here. D of 2, 3. Okay, so to reach 3 via 1, okay, I will include 1 between 2 and 3. What is that? D of 2, 1. 2, 1. So I'm what including 1 between 2 and 3. This is the intermediate vertex. Okay, plus just in between you put 1. That's all. Then what will be D of 1, 3. D of 1, 3. I hope you understand this one. Nothing but I'm including 1 in between 2 and 3. So it becomes what? D of 2, 1 plus D of 1, 3. That's all. Now I am going to wait for this. What is it? D of 2, 3. D of 2, 3. I'll look for the initial distance matrix. So I want to fill this matrix. Okay, I'll look for the distance previous matrix. Okay, what is 2, 3 is what? 1. Okay, it is 1. Okay, fine. Okay, then D of 2, 1. What is D of 2, 1? 2, 1 is what? Infinity. Okay, fine. This is infinity. This is infinity. Plus D of 1, 3. D of 1, 3 is what? 1, 3 is infinity. Again infinity. So infinity plus infinity. So 1 is lesser than infinity. Right? Infinity plus infinity is what? Infinity. So I'm comparing. I will compare this 2, 3 with this one. So 1 is lesser than infinity. So I will put what? The 1 as it is from the initial distance. I will just collect the value of 2, 3 from the previous matrix and put as it is in the 1. Okay, I'll tell another example. Next thing is what? We have to fill this one, right? Next thing we have to fill this. I'll tell. So what is that? We have to fill it. D of 2, 3. D of 2, 4. So what will I do? D of 4. Then I will include 1 1 between 2 and 4, right? So d of 2 comma 1 plus d of what 1 comma 4. Okay, we have to fill the value of 2 comma 4. So what is the t of 2 comma 4 from the previous initial distance matrix? 2 comma 4 is infinity. Okay, it is infinity. This is the value 2 comma 4. Okay, 2 comma 1. 2 comma 1 is also infinity. Plus, what is 1 comma 4? 1 comma 4 is 1. 1 comma 4. So infinity plus 1 is what? Infinity only. Infinity plus 1 is infinity. Then I am comparing. So it is what? I can put what? Only infinity here. Okay, both are equal. So I can put infinity only here. Initially it would be like this only. 0, 8, infinity, 1, and infinity, 4. I'm writing the D1 matrix. Okay, infinity. I'll write 0. Initially it will be like this only. You have to draw like this only. Like this. Okay. So what is the answer we got? We got 1 infinity. Okay. Next I'll take. I'll fill what to be there in what 3 comma 2. This is what 3 comma 2. We have to fill something here, right? This is nothing but 3 comma 2, 1, 2, 3. This is a vertex number. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I have to fill 3 comma 2. So d of 3 comma 2, and I'll include 1 between this. So it is d of 3 comma 1 plus d of what? D of uh, 1 comma 2. So d of 3 comma 2 is what is the value? D of 3 comma 2 is infinity. Okay, and d of 3 comma 1, 3 comma 1 is 4. Okay, okay. Then d of 1 comma 2, d of 1 comma 2 is 8. D of 1 comma 2 is 8. Okay, so it's here is 4 plus 8. So 4 plus 8, 12. So I will compare the infinity with the 12. Okay, which is minimum. 12 is minimum. So I'll update the value here in the square box. It is 12. So that's what it's written. So like that, we have to fill all the remaining empty spaces, empty cells in the matrix. This one, what is 3 comma 4 and 4 comma 2 and 4 comma 3. Like that, I have to fill. Then I'll complete the D1. So we are going to form D2 now. We are going to form D2. Okay. So how the D2? So this is the final matrix, D1 matrix. The final D1 matrix. We are going to take this as the input to D2. We have taken D1. For D1, we have taken input D0. For to form a D2 matrix, I will take the input from D1. So what we told, since we are doing D2, I have to consider the second vertex as the intermediate vertex. Okay, I'll draw here. For understanding, I'm drawing here. Okay. So this is D2 matrix. So D2 matrix, what you told, the second row and the second column should be as it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So second, since it is D2, second column and second matrix as it is. So what is the second column? Infinity. Second row I am writing infinity 0. I am taking input from the D1. Okay. What I am writing here is I am taking input from the 0. I mean D1. Not take from D0. That is important. infinity is 0, 1, infinity. Then what about the second column as it is, right? It is 8, 8, 0 is it is there, 12, 12, 2. Okay, so these are the inputs we got from the D1. Now I am going to fill the remaining cells, and whatever the diagonal elements, it will be 0 only, no? So there is, we consider that there is no self loop, there is no parallel edges in our algorithm. You have to assume, or we have to make it as a no self loop or no parallel edges. So what are the 0? I'm making the diagonal as 0. So where are things I should fill now? I'll make it as a square box. So this thing I have to fill. We are taking the second vertex as the intermediate vertex. Okay. So wherever I'm making square, which means that I'm going to fill. What is the value? So this is 0. Okay, it is not a square. So each row you can have, you have to fill 2 cells. Okay. What we are going to do? First we have to fill this, no? What is it? 1, 3. Consider don't consider this one D2, like whatever I drawn now, you look into the matrix. Okay, look into the matrix what I have drawn, what I have written. Okay, so we have to fill the first row, nothing but 1, 3. So what is that? It meaning D, I'm writing here clearly 1, 3. Okay, so this is the value I have to fill, D 1, 3. So since it is second vertex, intermediate, I am including 2 between this 1 and 3. You understand like this. It means that to reach 3 via 2, okay, that is the meaning. So D, what is the first one? 1, 2. I told no, we are including between 1 and 3. I can make like this 1, 2 plus, then what should I write? D what? 2, 3. Hope you understand this. 2, 3. To reach node 1, 1, 3, 1, from 1 to 3 via vertex 2. That is the meaning. That is the meaning for this. So what is D1, 3? Where should I get? I should get the value from D1. What is D1, 1, 3? D1, 3 is infinity. D1, 3 is infinity. Okay. It is infinity. Okay, fine. What is D1, 2? D1, 2. 1, 2 is 8. Right? Here it is. D1, 2 is 8. So it is 8. Okay. Plus 2, 3. D2, 3. D2, 3. It is 1. So okay, fine. So 8 plus 1, 9. 8 plus 1, 9. It is infinity. Okay. Which is better? I'll choose which one? This one, right? Now I choose 9 instead of infinity because I don't know how to reach. I don't know the value. Infinity value, it may be large. Okay. It means that it's not direct path. But now I conclude that there is a path from 1 to 3 via 2 with a cost of 9. This is what I am concluding now. Okay. So 9 is better when compared to infinity. So I will put the 9 in the first square. I'm drawing. Please listen. I'm drawing here. Maybe something, there will be some handwriting is not good. Okay. So I am drawing the, but I am putting what? 9 in the first square. Earlier it was what? Infinity. Now it is updated to 9. So that's what it is 9 here. Next, I'll tell this one example. Okay, I'll tell this one example like d1 comma 4, nothing but second square d1 comma 4, d1 comma 4. What should I do? I should via 2, right? So it's like intermediate vertex is 2. So 1 comma 2. I'm going to reach 4 via 2. That is the meaning. This one 1 comma 2. Then from 2 to 4, right? Is there? I have to find is there any path is there? 2 comma 4. That is the meaning for this. I'm drawing here. Okay. So now I have to calculate the cost. What is d1 comma 4? I have to look for the d1 matrix. Okay. Since I am drawing for d2, I have to get the input from the d1. Okay. 1 4. d1 4 is what? 1. This 1. It is 1. Okay. Fine. It is 1. What is d1 comma 2? 1 comma 2 is 8. 8 plus d2 comma 4. d2 comma 4 is infinity. Is infinity. Okay, I'll write infinity here. So 8 plus infinity is what? Obviously infinity only. We know the value of infinity. So it is infinity. 1, I will compare the 1 with the infinity. Why I'm writing here infinity? 8 plus infinity is infinity. This 8 plus infinity is infinity. So it is infinity. 1 compared to the infinity. So what is a better choice? 1 to 4 is this path is the best choice. 1. So I will update 1 here. I'm writing here. You can able to see, I think so. I'm writing the 1 in the first row of the second square. The first. So this is the one here I'm drawing. So like this, we have to update all the cells in the adjacency matrix. When you take D3, what will I do? I should consider the third vertex as the intermediate vertex, and I have to keep as it is. As it is in sense what? The third row and the third column as it is from the D2 matrix. When I am going to draw for D3, I will take D2 matrix as the input to the D3. Okay, I will retain the values as it is. What are the values I will retain? The third row and the third column. That's what it is shown here. Dotted lines. The third row and the third column. I will retain as it is. Then I will fill the remaining elements, and the diagonal will be 0. It is 0. Always it will be 0. We have to fill all these 3 parts. One is row, one column, the other one is diagonal. Then remaining elements I have to fill in this way. So I'll get the D3. I'll get then at last I'll do the D4 also. So once D4 is completed, I come to know that these are the several paths are there where I can reach from all the vertices to remaining vertices. Okay, when I take 1, if I want to reach 1 to 2, okay, so what is the cost? Minimum cost 3. When I want to reach from 1 to 4, what is the minimum cost? 1. Okay. When I want to reach from 3 to 2, example, 3 to 2, I want to reach from 3 to 2. So what is the cost? 7. So like this, from this, what can I get? I can get the cost of each and every edges from 1 to all other vertex. When I take vertex 1, I can reach all other vertexes. So I know all the values, right? That's what is meaning. When I take a vertex 1, I can reach all the vertexes in the graph. Okay, what is the cost for that? What is the weight for that? This is the weight for that. When I want to reach from 3 to all the vertex, from 3 to all the vertex in the graph. So what are the cost? This is the cost. This is an example of a web graph where we have a number of pages in the website. So from page A, I will go to page B. Okay, we can represent or model our website as a graph. Okay, so you have any more number of pages in a graph. Okay, so you have when I click the page C, okay, it will go to direct to page Z. Again, if I click, there will be some hyperlink where I can go back to the C also. Okay, so this is how we can model our website as a graph. This is an example of the graph. And another one thing I want to show you is that how the social networking is working. Like example, Facebook, how the users are connected. We can model them as a graph. Okay, if I want to find a friend of Ella, okay, Ella has what? A friend. If we have only one friend, Bob, right? I can come to know that from Ella. So who are all the friends of Ella? So Rama can know that who are the friends of Ella. So like this, we can model the graph also, like the users in the Facebook. So that I can suggest that a friend suggestion to the Bob also. Why? Because you are Rama is friend of Ella. So I can suggest a friend to Bob. So like this is what the real time graph is actually used.